Have you ever met a gaze that did not just see you, but recognized you? A silent acknowledgement, a current that flows between you and another, making you feel as if they are reading a story within you that you yourself have forgotten. This is not a trick of the light. It is a stirring of the inner landscape. It is the soul remembering the path it chose before this life began. For there is an ancient whisper, passed down not in books but in breath, that teaches this: the color of your eyes is no accident. It is the signature of your spirit's work. It reveals the way your stream is meant to flow into the great river of life. Yet, most of us walk against this current. We feel the resistance, the struggle. We feel disconnected from our own nature, wondering why our journey feels so hard. It is because we have been taught to see only the surface, not the sacred current that flows beneath. So I invite you now, close the door to the noise of the world, just for a moment, and listen. Not with your ears, but with your heart. Let us walk this path of remembrance together. You are not imagining the feeling that you are here for a reason, that whisper of a mission you can't quite name. It is not a fantasy. It is your own spirit speaking to you in the language of symbols. In my tradition, we are taught that every being carries a sacred pattern, a current of energy that shapes their path. This is not an idea. It is a living force. And this current leaves its mark, its color, in the very windows of your soul. Your eye color is a sacred map. The light and shadow in your iris are not merely biology. They are a physical echo of your spirit's deepest intention. Think of those you have met, how some gazes feel like coming home, while others feel like a storm. This is not personality. This is the spirit recognizing its own kind, its own lesson, its own task. The old wisdom knew this. The sages of the mountains could see a person's path in their eyes. The mystics who listened to the rivers understood that our eyes carry the blueprint of our spiritual work. The lesson we chose to learn, the gift we chose to bring. But this wisdom has been buried. We are told our eyes are a lottery of genes, a beautiful accident. The result, a world full of souls swimming against their own current, exhausted and confused, trying to become something they were never meant to be. They fight their own nature every day and call it life. If you have ever felt this struggle, this invisible resistance, your journey of remembrance begins now. Your eyes have been speaking to you since the day you were born. You were simply taught to ignore their language. Let us now learn to listen. We begin with the path that holds the world together, the path of the mountain, carried in brown eyes. You have been told this color is common, ordinary. This is a profound misunderstanding. In my lineage, we see that which is most common as that which is most essential. The earth beneath our feet is common. The air we breathe is common. Brown eyes carry the most foundational work of all. Those who walk the path of the mountain are the keepers of the earth. Their work is to be the grounding force for the collective. They are the stone that provides stability in the flood, the soil from which all other paths may grow. The deep color in their eyes is a connection to the ancient, silent wisdom of the earth itself. This is why they often feel like old souls, carrying a quiet weight, a deep-seated knowing. They are drawn to paths of service to heal, to teach, to nurture, to protect. Their presence is a silent invitation to others to feel safe, to be held. But the mountain has a shadow. Its great strength can become its prison. The keepers of the earth, in their mission to ground everyone else, can forget their own sky. They give their strength until they are hollowed out, wondering why they feel so heavy, so depleted. The great lesson for the mountain is to learn the difference between being a foundation and being a sacrifice. Their work is to be rooted, but not buried. To teach humanity how to stand firm in wisdom, while still reaching for the light. The ancient ones saw these eyes as a blessing, the mark of a spirit strong enough to hold the pain and joy of the world. If you have brown eyes, you have seen it. Strangers unburden their hearts to you. Children and animals are calm in your presence. This is your nature. It is a field of quiet safety you create around you. But your work is not to carry everyone's burden. It is to show them how to stand on their own ground. You are here to embody what it means to be both deeply human and deeply divine, a bridge between the world of form and the world of spirit. Look in the mirror. You are seeing the eyes of one who chose the sacred task of holding the world. Next, the path of the clear sky, carried in blue eyes. If you walk this path, you have been told your gaze is intense, that it sees too much. This is not aggression. It is the nature of your work. In my tradition, you are the seers of truth. The way light moves through your eyes is unique. It is a neurological gift for seeing patterns, for seeing through the fog of illusion and deception. You are the ones who can feel the gap between a word and its meaning, between a smile and its intention. Your work is to be a mirror of clarity for the collective. But the clear sky has a shadow. The ability to see every cloud can make one forget the blue. Seeing all the hidden truths can lead to a feeling of separation, of mistrust. You may wish you did not see what you see. The great lesson for the clear sky is to learn how to use this sight for healing, not for judgment. Your work is not to expose falsehoods, but to create a space so safe that others feel they can remove their own masks. You are here to hold the space for the whole truth of another, their light and their shadow, without wavering. The ancient mystics of the north saw blue eyes as a sign of the sky, seers, those who could perceive the invisible currents of spirit. If you have blue eyes, you have felt how people react to you. They are either deeply drawn to you or deeply uncomfortable. There is no middle ground. This is because your energy is an invitation to authenticity. You create a field of truth that makes masks feel heavy. Your blue eyes are not just a color. They are an instrument of consciousness. They mark a soul who chose the difficult path of being a living mirror for truth. Every time you look at another, you are, without conscious effort, scanning for what is real. But your mission is not to be a judge. It is to be a sanctuary. You are here to model what it means to live without a mask, to show others that their true face is safe with you. In a world of noise and illusion, your clarity is a profound gift. Now, we walk the path of the seed, carried in green eyes, the rarest of currents. This rarity is not by chance. It holds a purpose. Those who walk this path are the catalysts of the spirit. Their work is to spark transformation. The unique dance of light and shadow that creates the color green mirrors their unique place in the world. They exist on the threshold, in the space between worlds. Too mystical for the materialist, too grounded for the dreamer. This is not a flaw, it is their function. Their spiritual work is to enter another's life, at the precise moment they are ready to grow. They are the question that unlocks a closed mind, the encounter that changes a life's direction. They are a lightning rod for the energy of becoming. But the seed has a shadow. The energy of constant change can feel unstable. People are drawn to you with great intensity. They transform, and then they must move on to integrate the change. This can leave you feeling as if you are always being left behind. Just as things become deep, the great lesson for the seed is to understand that your role is not to be the destination, but the gate. You are the sower, not the harvest. The old traditions of the forests knew of these souls. They were seen as the shapeshifters, those who could help another being transform their very nature. If you have green eyes, you have felt your own power. When you arrive, things accelerate. Old structures crumble, new paths appear. You are a whirlwind of quiet revolution. Your green eyes are not just rare, they are sacred medicine. They mark a soul who chose to serve as a living catalyst for the world's becoming. Every person you meet is one breath away from a profound shift, and your spirit is the wind that can stir it. But your mission is not to force this change. It is to embody the energy of growth so fully that you remind others of their own power to transform. You are here to be a living example of what it means to be in constant, graceful evolution. In a world that feels stuck, your energy is the promise of spring. Finally, we explore the path of the riverbed, carried in hazel eyes. If you walk this path, you have noticed how your eyes seem to change with the light, with your feeling, with the forest around you. This is not an illusion. It is an outward sign of your inner nature. In my tradition, you are the shapeshifters of consciousness. The unique flow of colors in your eyes reflects a profound spiritual flexibility. You can flow into and embody many different currents of being, depending on what is needed. You are the wise mountain for one, the clear sky for another, the catalyst seed for a third. This is not a lack of identity. It is your gift. Your spiritual work is to be a mirror for another's potential. You have the rare ability to reflect back to people the part of themselves they need to see. You see their hidden strength, their forgotten dreams, and in your presence, they see it too. But the riverbed has a shadow. This constant flowing for others can make you lose touch with your own banks. You can feel as if you are only a reflection with no solid self to return to. You may ask, who am I when I am not being what another needs? The great lesson for the riverbed is to find the stillness within the flow, to learn to hold your own center, even as you adapt to the currents around you. The ancient Greek mystics spoke of souls like these, calling them divine mirrors who could show mortals their own hidden divinity. If you have hazel eyes, you have heard it from others. You helped me see myself in a new way. I never knew I had that in me until I met you. This is your work. You create a field of recognition, a space where potential can awaken. Your hazel eyes are not changeable. They are responsive. They mark a soul who chose to serve as a living reflection of humanity's highest possibilities. But your mission is not to lose yourself. It is to model what it looks like to be both centered and flexible. To be true to your own core while responding with grace to the needs of the moment. In a world where so many have forgotten their own gifts, your reflection is a sacred act of remembrance. Now you have the map, but here is where the true journey begins. This is not a personality test. This is a blueprint for your deepest work. Your eye color is not who you are. It is the path your soul is here to walk, the energy it is here to master. Every difficulty, every joy, every relationship has been a guide, trying to point you back to your own current. Think of the moments you felt most alive. The brown-eyed soul, holding space for a friend in crisis. The blue-eyed soul, helping another see a difficult truth. The green-eyed soul, sparking a creative breakthrough. The hazel-eyed soul, helping another recognize their own beauty. These were not random events. That feeling was the feeling of your spirit, recognizing its own work. The resistance you have felt in your life has come from one place, trying to walk a path that is not your own. The brown-eyed soul who was told they were too quiet and tried to be loud. The blue-eyed soul who was told they were too intense and tried to be casual. The green-eyed soul who was told they were too much and tried to be smaller. The hazel-eyed soul who was told they were too inconsistent and tried to be rigid. This is the source of the struggle. You have been trying to be someone else instead of becoming more of who you truly are. Here is your practice. For 1 week, just observe. Notice the moments you feel a flow of energy, a sense of rightness. These are the moments you are walking your path. Then notice the moments you feel drained, resentful, or lost. These are the moments you are fighting your nature. The path is not to change your life overnight. It is to make small, gentle turns back toward your own river. To choose one more conversation of truth if you are the sky. To offer one more moment of silent stability if you are the mountain. To embrace your power to spark change if you are the seed. To accept your gift of reflection if you are the riverbed. This work is not a limit. It is your sacred specialization. It is where you have the most to give. The old ones knew that for the forest to be healthy, the mountain must be the mountain, and the sky must be the sky. When each part fulfills its nature, the whole garden thrives. Your eyes have been broadcasting your soul's work your entire life. Now, you can finally answer the call. The world is waiting for your specific gift. There are transformations that only you can offer. Look in the mirror, see not just a color, but a calling, and share this journey with another whose eyes you have always been drawn to. Help them remember their own sacred path. What is the first gentle step you will take to honor the wisdom in your own eyes?